In the 60s, a section of hippies rejected the host culture in America and turned to Marxism as their political alternative. They were located in urban centers, particularly in New York City. There were warring factions within this slice of that movement. The most radical of them concluded that the struggle against capitalism was penultimate, namely not how the final battle against the most potent enemy would ensue. As such, their infighting was fierce, because they all believed that the final fight would be between socialism and communism. Similarly, the writing was on the wall in early 1987. The battle of the reformers against the high-flying gurus was not the essence of the so-called ISKCON internecine war. The battle against status quo and status quo modified by the reformers still had to be fought to its destined end, but it was clear how it would play out. Reform would triumph, and that was becoming more and more evident by the day. Instead, the essential battle was, in 1987, between compromise reform and radical reform. Radical reform argued, both logically and ethically, that the movement should return to square one, return to the immediate aftermath before the zonal Acharya epoch was instituted 4 months after Prabhupada's disappearance. Radical reform stood by the Shastric position that all initiations by bogus gurus, and that's what both the reform groups now considered the gurus to be, were improper initiations. They should be voided. Such improperly initiated disciples should be disabused of the notion that they had received the bhakti-lata bija. Their gurus were frauds, and the ceremony had been conducted under false pretenses. No connection to the guru-parampara had been achieved by such initiations. Furthermore, ISKCON had been converted into so-called ISKCON in the spring of 1978, and it underwent a shift from promulgating spiritual science based upon Shastra to 11 personality cults in zones. This number increased a bit by 1987. The movement for the last 8 or 9 years was engaged in elaborate worship of ordinary men, astute politically but not pure devotees qualified to be worshipped as advanced transcendentalists. Instead, they were simply imitation Prabhupadas. Hare Krishna.